Well, I was going through some stuff in my basement, and I came across some old stuff that I thought that people out there either might have forgot about, or they might not even know it exists by now. I mean, surely there's you know people out there that are under 20 that have never heard of these things, or they've saw them in passing and didn't know what the hell they were. Um, I remember when this came out. This is not the first handheld game ever made. Most handheld games were like in the early '80s and mid '80s were like those little shitty Tandy games or whatever they were from you know I don't know, some cheap store, some cheap radio store or something. Anyway, they just had little red dots that moved back and forth. I mean, and at the time that was pretty fucking cool. Um, I remember, however, this came out, the original Game Boy. Anyway, it was, I don't even remember when it came out, 1988, 89, something like that. Anyway, um, says right here on it, dot matrix with stereo sound. Ooh. This is the shit, though. I played the shit out of this thing, if you can hear. That's like the D-pad wiggling all around because it's so worn out. Then about 2 or 3 years later, this came out, and this was the coolest thing ever. This Game Boy Color, they obviously, throughout the years, I picked up, actually a few of them. I have one like this. I have a red one. I have a clear one. Um, the clear one was actually cool. I actually went out and bought one of these things for it. You turn it on, a little light comes on, so it'll light up the screen for you. It actually works real well. Then I got the next best thing ever, and that was one of these big bulky Sega things. At the time, anything like in full color with stereo sound and it was this big, this was actually considered microscopic. It actually has an extension port. You can see it right there. This little extension port thing. Oh, here. Well, here's a. I don't even know where I got this. Now that I think about it, but I actually have a cable for hooking up the two Nintendos together. See, the reason I have all this stuff and it still works is because although I thought at times my parents were jerks, they made me go out and get shit that I wanted. They made me work for what I wanted. Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, I have a yellow one too. Now, this one works too. If I turned it on, and it had batteries that fucking worked. Now we're gonna play the battery swap game. I always love that. Huh. Oh, there we go. Just like anything else old, sometimes you gotta kick it to get it to work. Turn it on again. Yeah, it still works. It's kind of cool that these things still work. You can see it or not. Still works. Seems like old shit like this is tough. Don't buy fucking cheap batteries. Spend the extra fucking dollar and get batteries that work. So my brother and I were down here the other day, and being the procrastinators we are, we decided we were going to actually clean the basement this time. See, before we come down, we say, wow, look at this basement. It's all fucked up. Then we go back upstairs. Now we got the basement cleaned up. It actually looks pretty nice down here.